Want to make your next trip more sustainable? Oh, travel writer Heather Greenwood Davis and I, we've been chatting about three very, very good ideas, three very different places and different ways to be sustainable.
Yeah, so sustainability, people usually think about like, how can I be eco-friendly? And that is absolutely part of it. We'll talk about that. But it's also about how do I support locals? How do I support culture when I'm traveling? So the first place I'm taking you to is Dominica. So this is Dominica, not Dominican Republic. People need to realize that. Dominica is this gorgeous, I think it might be the prettiest island I've ever been to. All green, all lush, you know, it's the kind of place that you get there, you see all these waterfalls and you think, I do want to protect this place. And what's great is there's a property there called Coulibaly Ridge, brand new, created by Canadians who moved down there and for 15 years have worked on making it fully sustainable. It is off the grid. So they're run by solar power, by wind power. They catch rainwater, and that's how you're getting your water. And it's only 14 units, but those 14 units support each other like a little village. So even the power you are earning is supporting, if you don't use all your power, it's helping the house next door, the suite next door.
Right.
Absolutely fantastic place.
And you said that they're also sustaining other schools.
Yes. So what it has been, you know, sometimes what happens is somebody goes into a country with all the great intentions about having a hotel, but do very little for the community.
Yes.
And so they end up.
It's more like the corporation that they're working for,
and
right?
You go in and you stay there and that's all you get. Well, no, they are encouraging you to get out, but also they have done an incredible job of supporting local schools. They've started what amounts to a humane society on the island where they're helping the animals on the island. They're really doing their part in the community, so that's also great to see.
Okay, and where is Dominica in the Caribbean?
So Dominica is in the Caribbean, sort of, it's about 600 miles from Dominican Republic, if that gives you a sense of location, yeah.
Okay, all right. The second is New York City, and a different, very, very different way of seeing New York City, not as a tourist.
Yeah, correct. So I am like most people, I've gone to New York City many, many times, and where do I go? Manhattan. Well, New York City has 5 boroughs. So there are actually, you can go to Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, or Manhattan. So if you've only been to Manhattan, now's the time to expand. I was just there with my son. Thank God I brought an extra stomach with me, and we did a food tour with Culinary Backstreets. So they are an incredible company I've used around the world, particularly in Lisbon. I love the food tour there. But they are taking you into Queens. They have something like more than 140 languages that are in Queens schools. So that gives you a sense of the different cultures that are in these communities. And you are eating everything from food from Colombia and Mexico to Bangladesh and Burma, things that you might not have had before. You've got a guide who's local, who's showing you all of this. It's absolutely fantastic.
So you're not going and just supporting the chains that are there.
Correct. These are all mom and pop operations. In fact, most of the places we went to were female owned, which was really important too. So we were supporting people who are sort of grounds level, you know, of the community, and that money that we're spending on these incredible meals are going into these local families.
That's awesome. Okay, and then the third one is Hawaii, which a lot of people who live on the islands have told tourists, please do not come.
Correct. And that's gone down a little bit. But the reason that they didn't want tourists to come wasn't that they just don't like tourists, was that they felt that tourists were coming and they weren't being mindful about their time there. So, you know, Hawaiian culture has a lot of, the indigenous there have a lot of respect for the land and the water, and they want people who are coming to Hawaii to treat those things with that same respect and dignity. So it's about sustaining the place because you are sustaining the culture. And so what they're now suggesting is there's a couple things. They've got Malama Hawaii, which basically means that give back. When you come to the island, think about including something in your stay that actually gives back to the island. Also, the other one is the Pono Pledge. So you can actually take a pledge before you go so that you're thinking in a mindful way when you're there about how you're using water, how you're treating things like the leis that you get at the airport. They don't want those things sort of thrown on the ground. Those are things that have real cultural significance for the people there. So the resorts and hotels there are also stepping up. So Mauna Kea Resort has 2 hotels on its site. And what they've done is they've brought in a cultural ambassador, a cultural director, who is in charge of 2 other cultural ambassadors. They've got a cultural center on site, so you can go in and learn and listen to local musicians or artists. And they're also making sure that you have programming on site and off that you can explore and learn more about the Hawaiian culture.
Sounds fascinating. So you're really more of a guest than a tourist.
That is the way we should be thinking about travel.
Always.
Always.
Always. Excellent tips. Oh, I am so doing this next time I'm in New York.
Yes, get
Okay,
there.
we're going to get all your great sites up at our website at chch.com. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you.